Scott here. When we think about returning, we want to invite you and encourage you to wear your mask. We know that that's probably one of the best ways not only to keep from sending out any contagion, whether you know about it or not, or receiving that, but we also know there are very strong feelings about whether to wear a mask or not. And so we're not going to require it. We are going to request, but hey, we're all family, we're all friends, and we're going to honor everybody who comes and know that we're going to be able to social distance. So the rest of this video, I'm going to take mine off and be able to walk you through some of our plan to come in. Maybe you might have forgotten what the building looked like. We've been doing online worship for a while, and we're getting ready to add in-person worship back into our online experience. And which seems a little weird to say that, but we've been waiting what that day is. And so this Sunday, June 21, we're going to add the 10 o'clock in-person worship in the sanctuary. And then we'll be able to be back into the building. We realize not everybody's ready to come back yet. And so we'll continue to have our online experience. You'll be able to also begin to do some house church models if you want, your neighborhood, your small groups, your Sunday school classes, or neighbors that you've been wanting to invite into church is a great way to utilize our online experience and still get community if you're not ready to come back into the building. So I wanted just to show you a little bit. It's going to be very similar and also very different. And so I just wanted to start out here just in case you forgot. But we'll be able to come back into the building at your level of comfort and safety, and we've been able to try to work really hard to make that a good experience for everybody. So one of our two ways to be able to worship for the 10 o'clock worship, we'll have a sign that looks exactly like this, because that's the sign. And we're going to go into door number 2. That'll take you into the lobby. Most everybody knows that. We're going to have greeters at the door that'll open the door for you and welcome you in, and our ushers will be able to help you find out whatever your needs are and to find a spot in the sanctuary. The other spot is right here. It's the drive-in right at the office. That's where we normally come in. You'll be able to go into the office lobby there and enter into the sanctuary in through that door. So as you enter into the lobby, we're going to have hand sanitizers. Now we will have some new ones coming, but we wanted to go ahead and start back into person with what we had. So you can always come in, use these, and hand sanitize anytime you want, and to be able to enter into the space of worship. We'll have the doors open, and we'll also have our usher and greeter teams make sure the doors are open for you to reduce the number of people touching those items. Now, we all love our coffee, we all love our donuts. But for the next couple of weeks, until we can figure out what that is, we're just trying to keep as few moving parts and keep it very, very simple as we re-enter, just to be able to focus on safety and community and the other dynamics and the other elements that have been fun to do and that we've all enjoyed. We're going to look at how to add those back in. But for right now, we're not going to have the coffee out here or the donuts down into our gym fellowship hall area. We're going to have our doors into the other areas. We're going to have those closed so that people, our children, cannot roam. So we're wanting to keep it simple and enclosed, not to be parental, but to keep it safe. And we've been able to clean those areas. And so we're really reducing the activity in the building from a safety and security standpoint right now. So again, this is a starting out summer plan, how to keep everybody safe, keep it very, very simple as we worship. So when you come into the lobby, you'll notice over in the corner down by Fellowship Hall, the doors will be closed as we've mentioned, but we also will have 2 bookcases. One will have Bibles and the other one will have hymnals. Now we are asking that you ask an usher to be able to pull those off the shelf. So we're not saying you can't have a hymnal or a Bible, but we are saying this way from a safety, security standpoint, point of contact, that way an usher will be more than happy to give you a Bible, give you a hymnal. We invite you to take it into the worship space with you, and then we invite you to go ahead and place it in front of you in the rack, in the pew directly in front of you. So part of that is that way you know you've touched it. We're handing you a clean Bible, and that is safe and secure for you. The other thing we're asking for this season, normally we say, hey, we love hospitality. We don't own our pews, and we want everybody to feel hospitable to be able to sit anywhere. But to help us do contact tracing, because we're still not sure just how this is going to play out. And so when you find a place to sit, we're not going to mark off pews. We're not going to tell you where you have to sit. But once you find that place, we want to invite you to sit there or very similar to that, at least for the next few weeks, the next few months, so that if there is an outbreak, if there is something that happens, we can begin to do some contact tracing just to be able to understand for everybody's safety and as an act of Christian hospitality and care. Well, as you can tell, our check-in iPad is not here and the hallway is dark, and we hate that. But for this season, we are not going to have Kingdom Kids, and we're inviting families to be able to worship together. And Jenny and her team has been kind enough and wonderful enough to put together bags that you'll receive for your children or grandkids, whoever may be with you, and to be able to have as a time to be able to have not only in worship, but then they'll be yours to be able to take home with you. So make sure to get yours before you head into worship. If you forget, feel free to pop out and to get one there, but we want to make sure we care for the whole family during this time. And even though we're not having Kingdom Kids during worship, we're continuing to have Kingdom Kids online. So continue to make sure to go to our Facebook page, our website, and to be able to engage in those weekly activities and the other activities that Jenny and her team continue to put together. And so while this hallway may be dark, you're continuing to be able to engage in those learning activities with Kingdom Kids outside of the building and right where you are. As Georgia shared a few weeks ago, we've removed these back pews back here so that when you enter in, there's enough room to be able to move in and to come in, and as well as to leave and to be able to find that place to be able to sit. And so we've tried to be very mindful of that space, safe space, also as we're able to interact and be able to see each other in this space of worship. So we won't be passing the offering plate, but we do have these great boxes, and we've got them strategically placed, 2 in the sanctuary, and then 1 in what is now the mini chapel for the 9 o'clock service. So we're excited to be able to have everybody to worship, and there are plenty of places to be able to sit as you come in. It may not be your normal place, but we've not been in normal for a while, have we? And so we're inviting you as you come in to find that place, sit distance from other people so that when we do sing, we'll be limiting the amount of singing we do, but when we do, we don't have to worry about air exchange on the person in front of us. If we were to happen to sneeze or cough, we're not going to be coughing directly, so leave space. We've got plenty of room as you're doing that. We know that not everybody's going to be here this week, but they will be slowly filling in over the course of the next few weeks. And we'll always have our online experience. So as you enter into the sanctuary, you'll notice that we'll still have our worship set very much how we've done our online worship. And we've chosen to do that for a couple of reasons. One, as Georgia has shared, we've been doing a number of updates, and they're not all going to be complete. And there's some updates we've been doing in here that they're not complete yet. And so we thought this would be a much better worship experience. The other thing that we thought would be fun is those of us that have been putting on worship, we've kind of known what's been happening beyond the field. And so we thought it might be fun for you to be able to see what the rest of the places look like during the last few weeks, just to help you understand and experience what we've been experiencing beyond the field of your screen or tablet or computer. And so we've chosen to continue our time of worship with the setup very much what we've seen online. So those of you online, you've not known anything's changed. But we wanted to share that those of you coming in person, that's one of the reasons we've chosen to have it like that. And then as some of the updates and some of the other pieces come together and we're able to put some things away and clean some things up, we'll be able to move back into a platform chancel space that you're much more familiar with. Then when worship is over, normally we love to hang out and we would want to spending as much time together as possible. But again, it's that consistent, continual time in air and contact. And so just for this season of the next few weeks, next few months, again, we don't know what that looks like. We're just asking as we worship, we exit, and then we're able to go into our cars and move on. Now, if people want to gather, we'll find space, or you can go gather at your places or go out to eat together. But we're not going to have a lot of places to be able to just sit and linger, not because we don't want to do that. We desperately want to do that, but we're just, as we re-enter, we want to be careful and safe for everybody. Now on June 28th, I'm really excited because we're starting a new worship experience, but this is by invitation only for the summer. We're hoping it will grow into something, but for those who have not worshiped online, those that have been safe distancing and self-isolating at home, we want to create a safe environment for them and a good worship experience here. So we're going to enter into door number 1 at 9 o'clock, and so this will be the door. It's a safe, separate entrance for them before the 10 o'clock service. That will also then be down this sidewalk, but it'll be then at the 10 o'clock. So this will be our entrance and exit for the 9 o'clock service on June 28th. So in the room, formerly known as the parlor, we have created a mini chapel. We've added stained glass to give that worship experience. We've got a piano, we've got soft furniture that are chairs so that we can move and safe, socially distanced, so that those who come in here are going to be able to have a worship environment that will be one that will speak to their heart, classic traditional, but also a safe environment with people very similar to them that they know they can be like service. So this will be at 9 o'clock. Short, simple. All of our worship services are going to be very simple. So on June 28th, we're going to start this. It's by invitation only, not to be exclusive, but really to be safe and secure for those who have not worshiped online and that have been isolated, to come back into community in a very, very safe environment for the summer. Again, we hope that it grows into something. We want that. But for the summer, as we look at re-entry into in-person, we're asking, how do we keep this safe for everybody? And so this is specially designed to be able to help that happen. So in order to help this space feel much more worshipful, we've really added and changed some of the dynamics in here for that for this summer, for this group, as we start this and to see where it grows from here. So whether you come and worship in person, in the sanctuary, in the building, either place of worship, or you continue to worship at home online, to be able to do that, you're still very much a part of St. Luke's, still very important, and we're just trying to find those ways to connect in many different ways. The cool thing has been, over the last few months, we've been able to reach and do various things that we had not thought about before. And so we continue to say, God, what is it you're leading us into? And so just wanted to share with you as we anticipate coming back to in-person worship, knowing not everybody's going to be in-person worship, and normal as we knew it probably won't be for a while, if at all. But together we're going to move into our next and to see what God has for us, because our best days are not behind us, our best days are before us, and together we'll be able to do that.